Saving a lot of fuel doing it this way. You're gonna get me killed. Just having a few beers with some friends here. You might recognise a few of them. A few months ago I was celebrating my birthday ashore with other YouTubers sailing Zingaro and DJ dives. I was settling into a good routine. Every week on a Friday I'd go to a local cafe to steal some of their Wi-Fi's to upload the latest video. And sometimes there were some other people there. More people, Wi-Fi thieves. Look, they're sneaky. They're sneaky, they're plugged into the mains, like they're stealing electricity as well. So how much have you bought today?
Well, we had an ice cream bowl, and a cappuccino.
And how many hours you've been here now?
More than one.
Sorry? More than one?
More than one.
As the weeks went by, the girls who worked in the cafe got to know as well. I kind of felt that I ought to contribute something, so I bought at least one coffee and at least one ice cream, and I could sit there for at least 2 hours and upload the next video. Apart from the Wi-Fi, they also had air conditioning, which was nice to keep cool in. Unlike later on when the outboard engine decided to break down yet again, and I got hot and sticky having to row all the way back to the boat. So I'm back on the boat. I've got the dinghy stripped out, got the oars off, but of course they won't work anymore. Yeah, on one side the rollicker's completely broken, plastic has perished, and on the other side it's coming unstuck from the dinghy itself. Got my old canoe paddle out. I had to make some modifications. I couldn't get it apart. So I had to, and one of the blades came off. So I had to put a screw in there. It sort of perished a bit in the sun. It was above the solar panels for nearly 2 years. Surprised the plastic hasn't perished, but it seems to work. If I sit on the front of the dinghy, I can paddle like a canoe. Because I don't trust this guy anymore. I've always hated this engine. It's never been any good. I know we've been running on dirty fuel. As you see, I took it apart, I did everything to it, it ran, and then it stopped running now, and I just lost my patience with it. Always conscious of security, so if I'm going to use this big boy, this would be hard to get around here. I've never seen any place where you could buy one. If you wanted a good paddle, this is it. Well, it's not a good one, but it's better than average. It's easy to steal, so I'm going to put a hole in it. Nobody's going to steal that. This unassuming building is actually the visa office for Panama, where I had to go that day to sort a few problems out with my visa. I had actually managed to get the engine running, so it did take me ashore, and it was there when I got back. So my outboard's found a new use. It's become a bird perch. And that's all it was good for. It didn't start again, and I had to get a tow back. Oh, the saga continues. I fixed the damn thing yesterday again. Now it's not working again. My friend's man Christina giving me a lift back. I'm saving a lot of fuel doing it this way. Almost on the plane here. Woo! Planing. Every hill. Another day in paradise and another day of work. Got the old brush out and the tools. While the weather's good, but it's always good here. It never changes. It's another sunny day, surprise. Going to do some work on the boat, namely the deck, the reoccurring problem of the coating on the deck lifting, water getting underneath and rust. And I've cut back a lot of it, and you wait till you see this. This is the worst side, the port side. There is destruction and mayhem everywhere. So a lot of work to be done. Friends of mine, Bob and Leslie, leaving to go across the Pacific, lucky beggars. I was blowing the horn. That's kind of a custom when people cross the Atlantic. Somebody leaves across the Atlantic or the Pacific. Yeah, salute them out. I don't think they noticed, they were too busy putting their anchor up. But it's always, and I said this before, it's always sad to see people going. And go they must, because that's the nature of this thing. I mean, it's like a huge neighborhood that moves around with you, and everywhere you go there's always somebody there. But in my case, just about everybody I know is gone. And the reason for that is I'm having to stay here to get some paperwork to take the boat maybe to the United States. I don't know yet, but I'm getting the paperwork anyway. And it's quite involved to get an extension on your visa to take a boat up to the States, because you can't just go there for a few weeks. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. But they're off. They're going to Las Perlas, where I was with some of the guys a few weeks ago. Then they're crossing the Pacific. Brilliant. Safe journeys to them. So yeah, it's all work. They're off to have fun in the Las Perlas, and I'm here floating around in the mooring, getting very hot and sticky and working. Where's the justice, I ask you? I just wanted to have a look at what was the skyline from the boat on the night I arrived. It was this huge metropolis, unlike anything else in the Caribbean. Of course, now with the Pacific, just come through the canal and saw all this from the boat. I just had to see it close up before I left. Everywhere you look, bank, 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 bank. Well, I don't know about them, but bank. In a quest to find some air conditioning, I thought I'd step into the Panama Design Center, have a look around there. It was really cool stuff. I don't know what this was for, probably made for some S&M party or something. Well, I came to see this building behind me, the one with the twisty stuff. That is just awesome. It is just incredible. Look at that. Wow. After a long hot day in the city, it's always good to get out. And what better way than that wonderful metro system they have in Panama. It's great, but it is a bit of a squeeze getting in, especially if you hit it at rush hour. Then, once back home, it's back ashore again with my friends Matt and Christine.
Engine that works!
With a working engine, to go and see some friends to say goodbye.
Justin and Dale are leaving. They're going 50 days at sea. Unreal. All the way to Australia. That's their captain over there. He's sober tonight.
At this point, it sort of turned into drunken blah blah. Basically, Dale and Justin were off on their own travels on another boat heading for Australia, and this was going to be a goodbye. They'd been with me off and on for the last few months, and we've become good friends. Always a sad thing to see people leave. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Also, thanks to my amazing patrons for their support. If you'd like to help, check out my Patreon page, real-time updates. I'm on Facebook, Adventures in Old Seadog. All links are below. Please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. Maybe there won't be so much hugging in next week's episode, so I'm not getting all soppy at my old age. But there you go. Dale has a tribble coming out between her tits.